Hey creative friends, welcome to my channel, and here we are. It is finally time. I'm doing a video since we got home from our cruise because I finally have got everything like settled. We were gone only 2 weeks, but it feels like it was a really long time. I do want to say that you probably already saw, if you watch my channel and you subscribe and all that, you probably already saw the video where I made the announcement about the super fun collaboration called From Label to Table. Prepper Potpourri reminded me this morning I need to put together a playlist so we can put all those videos on one playlist, which will be cool. I'll get that done. But I have a list. Like, I came home to so much to do, and they're all video stuff, which is cool. I've got 4 things to do reviews on, which I'm excited about. One of them's on its way because they just released it today, so the guy sent it to me, so that's cool. But I got something on my kitchen counter already. I've got something for the garden already, so I've got some review videos to do. But I also I got my collectible Christmas so that I can do from my Me Time collectible things from Kimberbell. So I've got this, and I need to get started on my collectible Christmas set. I told you guys about that in a video. So each month they send you a section of a big nativity scene that is done on your machine embroidery machine, which I'm excited about. So I have like now 7 of these to go back and do because they started in November. And I only just started like a month ago, so I had to go back and purchase all of them. So I just have like this stack of collectible Christmas. But I also got the Bella box. I'm so excited about this one. I will do an unboxing on this just because it's awesome. I'm so excited because there are some really cool projects in here, and it is like a sewing theme. So I will do a separate unboxing of that one because it's just cool. But our trip was amazing. If you don't know, you can go back and look at my travel videos. I'm not a real pro at travel videos. I just try to do a whole bunch of them and then piece together things I think you'll like. So I don't do like a whole like whoosh transition from one thing to the other. I just kind of go, and there's this, and there's this. So it's kind of the way my brain works, probably just like, anyway. But we had such a good time. We went to Colombia, went to Cartagena, which was amazing, but it was so hot. Like for me from Oregon, look at this. Here I am in April, almost the 1st of May, and I'm still wearing kind of a light sweatshirt. But down there, they said the day that we were there, it was 95 degrees, but it felt like 108. And they were right, because if you notice in some of my videos, I'm literally dripping sweat. But it was a priceless memory. It was so much fun. It was very cool. We did that. We did the Panama Canal. Then we went to Puerto Arenas, which is not Punta Arenas in Chile. It's Puerto Arenas in Costa Rica. And that was amazing. So we went there and went to a coffee plantation. That was fun. And then after that, we went to Guatemala. Oh, Guatemala was my favorite. I loved Guatemala. It was just cool. When I got there were all these really cool tables, handcrafts, and the colors, and it was just cool. I loved it. So then we went from there, we went to Huatulco, Mexico, and that was amazing. I had a great time there. And then we finished at Puerto Vallarta. And in there we went through the Panama Canal right after Colombia. We went through the Panama Canal. So that was so cool. But side note, when we flew there, we flew from Eugene to Denver, and then from Denver to Florida. Well, our flight left Eugene at 5 a.m. and it got into Denver at 8:30 a.m. Our flight to Florida wasn't scheduled until 2. So when we got off the plane, Brian looked and he said, hey, there's 2 flights going to Florida at 10 o'clock. So wonder if we can get on them. So I went up to the guy and I said, hey, can we switch to those flights? And he goes, yeah, we can do that. But what we need to do is we'll take you off this flight and make you a standby. Immediately, I'm like, nope, not doing a standby thing. He said, and then we'll try to get you on that flight. If not, we'll try to get you back on this one. And I was like, no, I don't like the word standby, and I don't like try to. Like, those 2 words didn't work. Those didn't go with me. So I was like, you know what, we'll just leave it. And then he goes, and it wouldn't be easy anyway because your luggage would still be here. Like, it wouldn't get to Florida until later. So I said, okay, we're fine. So we went down there, and we're like the last 20 people to get on the flight, and we're just almost in the plane, and they were like, hold on, we need to deboard everybody. So they took us all off, and we're sitting there in the terminal, and they said, we have a mechanical issue to deal with. And we're like, okay, so fix whatever it is. An hour later, they came and said, so our mechanical issue is actually an engine problem, and we're trying to work on that. So we waited another hour, and then they came up and said, you know what? We're just going to get this plane out of here and bring you guys a whole new plane. So we're like, okay. So we wait another hour. So mind you, the flight from Denver to Florida was 4 hours. Okay. So when they finally, after 3 hours, and they came up and they said, hey, you guys, there's a plane down here at this other terminal. You guys can all get on. They said they'd take you to Florida. So we're like, cool. So when we got on that flight, now our flight left supposedly at 2, and we were supposed to get in, wait, it would have been like 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 or 6 or something in Florida. Okay. We would have done that. Well, it didn't even take off until 4 hours. It didn't take off until when we should have been landing. So 4 hours we waited. We got on this flight, another 4-hour flight. So it's like 8 hours from when we should have got on the flight. Anyway, so we get to Florida and it was 11:30 at night. And I get this notice on my phone that said, hey, traveler, skip baggage claim and go right to the baggage claim office. And I was like, oh, man, I wonder what happened to our luggage. So I go in the baggage claim office, and our luggage is very easy to spot because it's like the color, it's like this color orange. It's like a funky color orange. They're Coleman luggage, but they're a funky color orange. And I walked in and I saw all 4 pieces sitting there, and I went, hey, that's our luggage. And the guy said, I was wondering about that because it's been here since 2 o'clock, which means it was put on the 10 o'clock flight. So there's that. But anyway, we got everything worked out. Then I called the hotel, and they said, oh, wow, it's pretty late. We might have one more shuttle that could swing over there and pick you guys up. And I'm thinking, good, because I don't want to spend the night at the airport. Anyway, so that was all good. So then we got on the cruise ship the next day, and we had a wonderful time. So that was fun. On the way home, we got off in San Diego. I went to the San Diego airport. In Holland America, you know me, if my rule on souvenirs is if I can't eat it or wear it, I don't want it, because that means I have to find a place for it and continue to dust it. So they had this on the ship. I got this, and it is the Spice House set, and it's from Holland America, and they have these 4 special Holland America blends that I'm excited about. It's got the Dutch table, which is a smoked sea salt. It's got the legendary Mediterranean herb, which is an all-purpose blend. It has Alaska salmon rub, which is sweet and savory, or sweet and smoky, which is cool because, we get a lot of salmon from our son. And Far East fish curry, which is a salt-free blend. I was excited about these. I got them on the ship, and this was my big souvenir. But the funny thing is, I had these in my carry-on. And I don't know why. I think it was just because I forgot to pack them. And I was like, my suitcase, I always don't want my suitcase to be too heavy. So things like souvenirs, I always put in my carry-on. But when we got to San Diego, we went through TSA, they flagged me for drugs. So I got to, first of all, Brian got our luggage, and here comes my shoes, and here comes my purse. And I'm like, where is my suitcase? And I said to the lady, my suitcase is missing, because Brian had his, which matches mine. And they go, oh, no, it's not missing. It's over here. Would you come with us? And I'm like, yeah. So they saw this in there, and then and then she had to take it, and she had to open it, and she had to wipe it with all the stuff and put it under the machine to make sure there was no drugs. And I was like, don't you see those a lot from people getting off the cruise? Because, there's 40 people here behind me, and I'm sure someone else bought a set of these. She goes, we do once in a while, but for some reason yours was flagged. So that was fun. But anyway, so I am done. Oh, I finished this while I was on the cruise. This is my Kimberbell needle punch. It turned out so cute. Oh, good. There's my chapstick. I was wondering. I can't find my chapstick. There it is. I've been looking. But look at how cute. Look how cute that turned out. I'm going to put this up in my window because my friend Darty decorates her window for spring, and I think this is super. Look at how cute it turned out. I love this. And it was super easy to do on the cruise ship. I did it. And funny, I started it one morning when I got up super early, and I went down to the Lido deck just to sit in a table by myself and have some coffee, and I started doing my little needle punch. And then one of the gals that works on the cruise ship wanted to know all about it. I told her all about it. She took a picture of it. She took the name of it so she can order it for her 8-year-old daughter. And then I had these crew members that were stopping me and asking me if I was finished yet. And I had to give them progress reports. So that was fun. I had a good time. So now what's happening? Nothing. Nothing major except for the chickens are all good. I've got a lot of projects to do in my sewing and craft room, and I'm going to do them for you. And then what else do we have? Oh, while we were on the cruise, we booked another cruise because, that's the thing. You get extra benefits when you do that. So we booked a cruise for July of 2026. and it is called the Solar Eclipse Northern Europe. I said Northern Exposure. Remember that show? Europe trip, and we fly in and out of Rotterdam, Netherlands, and then it follows a path around like Iceland, I think, and the United Kingdom that the Vikings would have gone on. But then at some point, you're just out in the middle of the ocean when the solar eclipse happens. So that's very cool. So that's already booked and ready to go. And then we got home, and I was thinking, well, we talked about this on the ship too. We do all kinds of stuff when our kids are little. Like we take our kids to Disneyland and we do all those things for our kids. But what do we do when they're grown up? Like we don't do like we did when they were kids. So I told Brian we need to do something with just our adult kids. So in August, I just talked to our travel agent today, and I'm booked 7-day Alaskan trip for me and our daughter. So it's just a mother-daughter. And now Brian's going to do something that's like a dad-son thing. So Jake, who does not go, even though he drives our boat out in the bay and stuff, he can't go on ships on the ocean. He gets real, real sick. So he can't do a cruise. So he's looking to see what he wants to do that Brian can take him on so they can make some good memories as adults and not, taking your kids to Disneyland kind of thing. So that's going to be fun. And the cool thing is my daughter will zip line. Brian will not zip line. And I know when we go to Icy Strait, there's a great big, supposed to be the highest zip line anywhere. I'm going to try to do the zip line because that'll be cool. But anyway, so that's it. So I have to get busy. I'm going to do an unboxing of my Bella box right now because I am excited about this. So other than that, nothing else is going on. Look forward to the From Label to Table collaboration. That got me and the gals talking about some of the cool little the cookbooks that we have that have those kind of recipes in them, and maybe jellos. And we're just talking about some fun collaborations going forward that are just, fun kitchen stuff. So we're doing that. So anyway, I hope you guys are all having a wonderful time and a great summer. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.